All right. So could you just tell us a little bit about Eatlean and the backstory behind you guys?
Yeah, sure. So Eatlean is actually part of a bigger company called Joseph Healer. It's a sub-brand to Joseph Healer. It was founded by George Healer, who's the grandson of Joseph Healer. And George basically wanted to create a low-fat cheese. He's kind of played around with the low-fat cheeses in the past, but he wanted to create a brand who makes, manufactures and sells low-fat cheese. So that's kind of where Eatlean came from, really. Originally, we were selling just as a low-fat cheese in MyProtein with MyProtein, and they obviously saw the success of that and what it could be, and turned it into its own brand, which is where Eatlean came from, really. And since then, we've kind of gone from strength to strength with selling in retail and e-commerce.
Yeah, no, amazing. And I'm like, what's your role within the company? Like, what does a normal day look like for Helen?
A normal day? I don't have a normal day usually, but I mean, I look after the social media and like the influencers and everything. And I guess I see my main role as obviously the brand awareness, kind of getting the brand out there, as many people as possible, to find out about Eatlean, and yeah, engaging all the time on social media. I think you kind of grow a better brand audience when you do engage with them all the time. There's nothing worse than, you know, being on social media and speaking to a brand and they just never get back to you and engage. It's really good when you do get a brand that engages. So I try to do that all the time. Yeah, lots of different stuff, really, working with our photographer and videographer to create the recipes, you know, and find out what people are looking for, get kind of lower calorie alternatives on for recipes, and working with affiliates to help them promote our, you know, their code for our brand. So yeah, lots of different things, really. Putting on the spot, it's hard to kind of put down what your daily routine is.
I mean, to go back to your point, like there's always been something about Eatlean that you guys do particularly well, and it's just about creating that community space online. Which, as you said, it's just so important for a brand nowadays. If you don't talk to people on social, then your audience is just going to leave. They want brands to be people now, don't they? They want to be.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. Yeah, and we call them Eatleaners. So the people that follow us, they're Eatleaners, and it's kind of a little. You know, it's a saying that we say all the time, kind of make them feel part of the family and part of the brand as well. And we try and involve them as much as possible. So yeah, I think it's important, definitely, that they see there's a human side to the brand as well, not just, you know, selling cheese. We actually kind of want to make a difference in the likes of obesity, in the world of obesity. You know, produce healthier alternatives that people can have that are actually natural. You know, most of our cheese is natural. So yeah.
Yeah, oh, amazing. So how did you get into that industry? What's your story there?
It's very strange, actually. So the job that I had before this was actually in an aerospace industry. So absolutely nothing to do with cheese or farming or food or anything. And I basically I was really into my nutrition and the health side of things. And obviously, who doesn't love food and cheese? And I just basically saw the job and thought, you know what, just take a leap of faith. I've been in my previous company. It was actually my only job, really, that I'd had since I left school for 14 years. So I just thought, take a leap of faith and go for it. And George, luckily enough, you know, saw the passion. I actually ate Eatlean myself at home before I even went for the job. So I kind of knew about the brand and the product and everything already. And I was just really passionate about trying to help it grow and kind of get that awareness out there that there is an alternative, you know, a healthier alternative, and things like dieting and, you know, sports performance, it can be made easier with finding these types of foods. So I really wanted to help push that message out. And yeah, George just started tying me from that, really. So I had no experience, but I think just my passion came through for it, and luckily enough, it helped me.
Yeah, no, aerospace to cheese, what a journey.
Big difference, because the previous job in aerospace was obviously all corporate as well, whereas this is very much, you know, family, third generation company, totally different. And if I'm honest, I do prefer this type of you know, company working for an entrepreneur. You listen to more, you know, you have more say, and you know, they really do value your opinion. You feel like you have more of an influence on how things go.
Yeah, no, brilliant, amazing. So in terms of digital marketing, how do you feel like that's helped Eatlean?
It's helped massively. So when I first started, so I started in October 2018, and I think you guys actually started doing our digital marketing in 2018 as well. So I think it was the month after. And I know that a third of our revenue, or more than a third of our revenues, actually comes from what you guys do. You know, in terms of brand awareness, it's so important. You know, you can do things organically, but the minute you put money towards it, you know, it just helps boost that brand awareness and being able to target certain people. I think for the type of thing that you guys do, you do need to have some sort of skill sets. You know, it's okay giving it a try if you're not really skilled in it, but to make sure it's efficient and, you know, it all runs efficiently, it's definitely worth getting the experts in. And you guys have done that for us, you know, grown our business a lot, basically. And, you know, even helped us over, the thing that stands out for me is over COVID. So when COVID first started, we were quite worried about spending all the money and will people be buying online? We didn't know, and you guys kind of guided us and said, no, it will, you know, it will work out. People are going to be going to online businesses more, and that was the case. And luckily we did, and we actually increased our budgets as well. And it worked. It helped. So we reap the benefits from that, and not just in obviously with revenue, but with brand awareness too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's been a wild ride over the past couple of months.
Yeah, it has.
Year, hasn't it? But yeah, no, obviously at this point, like, you know, you're one of our legacy clients. We've always loved working for you. And I think when COVID happened, we obviously went straight into gear, and we're like, we need to change what's happening. But thankfully, obviously, like you said, ecom just went wild. And that obviously really helped in our favor. So would you recommend working with a digital marketing agency to like another brand?
Yeah, like I said before, if you've not got the skill set, and I think there's different parts, you've got your paid social, your PPC, you know, your creative, there's lots of different skill set. To find that one person that actually has all that skill set would be quite hard. So I think that's where it's important that you do reach out to a marketing, you know, a digital marketing agency, because you kind of want people to specialize in specific areas to, you know, to make sure that they're efficient in what they're doing in the performance. So yeah, no, I definitely recommend, and I do actually recommend to anybody that asks on social media, I will mention you guys. So yeah, no, I definitely 100% recommend it.
No, amazing. We appreciate that.
That's all right.
So I guess my final question, and like I said, it's one that I'm most excited about. What's your favorite Eatlean product and why?
Can't believe you don't know that already.
I'm going to ask you.
The cheese bake. The cheese bake is absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm not even just saying it. I do love all the products, but definitely the number one is the cheese bake. I think it's just so, I don't know. It's so, it feels like you are indulging. Don't really like using that word, but you feel like you are satisfying your taste buds and your need to eat properly. But then it's only 250 calories for the whole thing. And we do talk about sharing it, like as a sharing product, but I don't share my cheese bake. And I think the majority of our Eatleaners don't share their cheese bake neither, because just for 250 calories, there's just, you know, it's, I think Marks and Spencer's brought one out last year, and it's basically very similar to our cheese bake, and theirs was double that, 500 calories for the whole thing. So, but it just tastes so nice and just really cheesy. Got a hint of cider in it and a bit of mustard, and yeah, no, it's so nice. It's just that that question of what do you dip into it? Do you go really healthy and dip like cheese? Well, you could do another cheese stick. You could do our cheese bar, but like carrots or cucumber, or do you go full on and just like dip that bread in? And either way, it's great.
What's your choice of dip? Or dipper?
Bread, just bread. Like a cob, like a warm cob or a baguette.
Yeah, you know what? That's exactly what we did when we got one at the office. I mean, it was gone in minutes.
Yeah,
we went out and we got a lot of crusty bread for it, and it was just it was so good.
It is amazing. But also, like, the one that I always think about secondly is the Spreadable. Spreadable is so good, and there's so many different things that you can do with it as well. But when people ask me what it tastes like, I always compare it to Dairy because it's got a bit of a Dairy taste, and it's just really, it's just really cheesy and just excellent for Slimming World members and Weight Watchers members. like it, especially because they can have a hell of a lot more of that type of cheese than the standard cream cheese. So and you can use it for, you know, pasta cream cheese, and even brownies, cheesecakes. You know, it goes to the dessert side of things. So yeah, no, Spreadable is good as well. Gets a shout out.
To be honest, I love some of the recipes that you put online. Do you have a favorite one that people have posted or that you've done?
Ones that people post. So lately we're seeing a lot of pizza crumpets or pizza bagels. And I think that's been going on for a while, but it just seems to be a bit of an uplift lately. And every time I see it, I really want to make one myself. Do you know what? It's so hard to run a food account on Instagram and Facebook because you're just hungry all the time and you see all these amazing ideas that people come up with.
Yeah.
But yeah, trying to think but if I've got a favorite. I just love seeing all like the pizzas and the burgers and those that kind of show that fake away type style recipe, you know, the ones that people look at them and think, I bet that's really calorific, but actually using our cheese, it lowers the fat and the calories down a lot. So yeah, anything really, anything melty cheese, I love to see.
You're in the right job. I love it.